Today I'm here at Scorpion Ink Studio Podcast. I'm here with
Sid.
How you doing today, bro? I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm doing good, bro. Family's doing good. Baby's doing good.
It's a blessing.
I can't ask for nothing more.
It's a blessing, bro.
Thank you,
It's a
bro.
blessing.
How you been?
Good, man. I'm hanging in there, bro. You know, this going into this New Year's, I got some real surprising news. But I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
How was your New Year's?
It was good. I spent time with the family. I helped my mom cook. Like you said, what more could I ask for?
That's right. Nothing more better than family, bro.
As
That's
you
what
know.
I realized as I'm getting older.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna ask you some questions today. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for some questions. What kind of questions do you have for me, bro?
We're gonna be just diving into, you know, basically who you are for people who don't know who you are. Exploring basically, you know, your journey and what you got going on right now for people who don't know, basically.
Currently, I run a tattoo business. Well, it's just me that is tattooing. But later on, you know, I do want to expand and bring more people on. And I've been tattooing since I was 16, and currently I'm 19. And even though in that short period of time, I feel like I learned so much, and I still have so much still to learn. And every day is learning.
That's a fact. Are you ready to get into these questions?
Yeah, let's get into this question.
All right, bet. First question I have for you. What inspired you to start your tattooing business?
What had Jesus, I had a burp. So what really inspired me to start my tattoo business was, as a kid, I always loved to draw, and even throughout school, throughout elementary and middle school, I knew that, you know, I could draw, and it's just something that I picked up. And even just, I always had an interest in tattooing. I would try to make like my own home style tattoo machines, like prison style machines, and I would just use it on my skin. Didn't even know what I was doing, but you know, that was just my interest. But and as I was getting older, like when I was around 15, 16, I realized I found out I was having a baby. And you know, I just knew that's what I wanted to pursue, because I knew I could do this forever, and I love to do it. And you know, it's like you gotta have a passion for it. You gotta love to do it every day.
Definitely.
I hope I answered that correctly for you, bro.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I'm just thinking about it, you know, it must have been difficult. I don't know, just experiencing that and just taking like that risk at such a young age. And, I don't know, just diving into something. How old were you did your first tattoo?
I think I was about to be 16-year-old. I told them to come to my house. They came to my room. I had it all set up. You know, I make sure that I was still clean, still wrapped it with saran wrap, make sure to disinfect the area. And I had them laying on my bed.
Did you know what you were doing?
I thought I did, but I don't think I did at all. At that moment, I actually thought I knew what I was doing, and I was like, okay, let's go. Then I just kept going to people's houses and doing them, but yeah. I even tried to get a job at McDonald's at 16, and I went in there with a suit, you know, went in there with dress pants, and they talked to me. They're like, "Do you have any tattoos?" And at that moment, I didn't have no visible tattoos. I didn't have no neck tattoos, no face tattoos, and at that, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna call you." They never called me back, so I guess it was a blessing. It was a blessing. And after that, I worked a normal paying job at Walmart, and that's pretty much it. I worked there for like 2 months. This thing I did, I said I had gotten COVID, which I did, and I was pretty sick, so I didn't have to go into work for 2 weeks. But for the 2 weeks, they still had to pay me my check. because you get paid every 2 weeks at 9 to 5, and it wasn't even 9 to 5 because I'm still in school. You only get 3 to 4 hours as a minor, and I said I wasn't gonna come to work because I was sick, so they couldn't really COVID test you. They would just make you fill out like a quick survey. So, in that 2 weeks, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tattoo straight, and if I make this enough money, I'm gonna just quit my job. And I made enough more than I would make in 2 weeks or even in a month in a paycheck in a couple of days, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just keep doing this and keep doing it. And after one tattoo, someone else wants a tattoo. They hear that they got this tattoo for somebody, and every tattoo that I was trying to do back then was my best to my ability at that moment. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Because it's not like I was just like playing in people's skin.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know what I was doing properly, I was still trying and still trying to learn.
That's the only way, bro. That's the only way.
That's really the only way.
That's
just
only
trying
way.
as you keep going. And at that moment, I got hired at a tattoo shop at 16, and I was like, you know what? I really got to do this and step up and really learn and try to perfect my craft. I'm not saying I perfected, but try to just be the best I can.
So how did your family feel about like you tattooing when you first started and whatnot?
So since I came from an Asian background, my family didn't really approve of that because they always associate tattoos with like violence and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
And they didn't approve of it, and I had left the house. I would. That's all I'm gonna say. That I left the house, and for like two months, and I realized how hard it is, living on your own and doing everything for yourself. And they had accepted me back, so I wanted to live back with my family, and I'm not gonna keep saying but it's just I wanted to be with my family more than just be mad at them for not accepting me. But they realized that they realized I was making the money from it, so hey, they accepted it and knew that this is what I wanted to do. And for my first place that I rented out, my mom was the one to co-sign everything and put it in her name.
That's what's up.
And
That's a blessing.
yeah, it really is, and I'm very grateful for that.
That's a blessing. All right, I'm actually the second question. What challenges did you face when starting your own private tattooing business, and how did you overcome it?
So literally, I would say the biggest challenge. So literally, the biggest challenge I personally faced was just not knowing like what certain things to do, as in like legal aspect, as in what do I have to do to start up a business, insurance wise, just permits. But I had to really dig deep into that and figure it out because nobody else was gonna help me. So I had to figure that out, and I think that was like one of the biggest challenges. But I made sure to figure that out, and just have everything straight.
How do you stay motivated when you have setbacks or something as far as the business and what you're trying to do isn't going the way you want it to?
You just have to have that discipline of knowing that if you just keep working hard, keep going, that everything's gonna align. Nothing's gonna go downhill. It's just gonna keep going uphill. Every tattoo is the next person that wants a tattoo, next person, and it's just people don't see the hard work and success. I personally feel like I'm the most successful person. I have everything I want. I have a loving family. I have a son. I have a girl. I have my business. It's nothing more that it's like, there's always things you could want, but it's not a need that you personally need right now. And I feel happy, man, and at peace, and that feels the best.
That's a blessing. What advice would you give someone who wants to start their own business, be an entrepreneur?
Literally the best advice I could give somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur and is starting out is you're not gonna know what you're doing at first. It doesn't matter what you're doing, even if you feel like you know, you're not going to. So just take this, you just take this step, and it's gonna be nervous, it's gonna be discomfort, but you have to just keep pursuing, because you're gonna learn as you keep going. Mistakes, you're gonna make mistakes, you know what I mean? But you keep trying,
Absolutely.
keep going forward. Don't let it knock you down. Hey, it's always downhill, then it's uphill, but you just have to surpass the downhills.
I agree. You know, facing a lot of the things that I had to overcome in my life. You know, it had to do with being consistent and overcoming those, those times when you're down. How do you balance your work and your personal life as an entrepreneur?
I have a schedule that's set. So how I personally balance my life as an entrepreneur and running a business and still having my personal life is I have a set schedule for the month and even 2 months out, and that's just what I'll stick with, a routine, a schedule, because I don't want to waste time. I don't want to be doing things that that's gonna just be waste of energy. So
Absolutely.
I try to prioritize as much as I can, and have certain things just aligned, so I know what to do. Like, that's just the best way to do things. I personally think just have everything planned out and just doing something so quick and not have things figured out.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people, they that's where they make a mistake when they don't plan things out ahead of time, and they don't think it's a necessary step. So I definitely agree with that. I can understand.
What is it?
Probably somebody in the
Shower?
Yeah, probably. That's what it sounds like.
You gotta talk louder.
So my next question is, how do you input creativity into your tattooing, versus other aspects of tattooing?
Most of the times, clients will let me know what they want in a tattoo. Then, if they want anything changed, I'll change it for them. Then some clients don't know at all what they want, so we sit down, figure it out what they want, and then we figure out what they like, what they want, anything memorable. Is that the right word? They want their tattoo.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Just how are they feeling and what they want to represent on their body.
That's good, bro. Taking
consideration.
Consideration.
That's the right word.
Yes, sir. Consideration. What strategies do you use to stay ahead of your competition?
I don't think of things as competition. There is no point, because everybody, is running their own race. Everybody has their own problems. Everybody is facing their own challenges, and if everybody's in their own world, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
There's no need for competition. So one day I might be up there, you know what I mean? And it'll still be the same me.
That's what's up. Where do you see yourself 5 years from today?
5 years from today, I see myself still tattooing, but I do see myself getting into more aspect of real estate and getting properties, and just trying to diversify my portfolio, but still stick to my main job, which is tattooing, and just very focused on building up my business and furthering my career.
Okay. That's nice. If you weren't doing tattooing, where do you think you would be, or what do you think you would be doing?
If I wasn't tattooing, I feel like I would have went to college. I personally feel like I would have got a degree in either mechanical engineering or cybersecurity, just because. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what is mechanical engineering?
Mechanical engineering is like working on cars and being a mechanic.
Okay.
And I just feel like that's something. It's just something about hands-on career, hands-on things that I love to do. Because I don't want to just, even though I have to sit every day and just tattoo, I still have to move my hands. I still have to walk around.
Absolutely.
And I enjoy it and I love it.
That's what's up. What's been going on in your life recently that you haven't expected?
That car accident, how I got into that hit and run. I didn't expect that at all. I was just at the light, but other thing is like, I didn't expect. No, it's nothing that I didn't expect, because one thing I tell myself is never let hard time humble you. Everybody goes through hard times, but you just gotta know ahead of times that you gotta be ready for it. You gotta have rainy day funds. You gotta have things set aside. You gotta be prepared. Every day is not a good day, and you don't know what tomorrow brings. You could be gone tomorrow, and tomorrow's still here.
I agree. What's one message you would give to everybody who supports you?
One message is I appreciate everybody that supports me, because it just, I still use it as motivation, because it's when you know that people support you, it feels good. It feels like you just want to keep going. You want to succeed even for them, because they've been supporting you since I started, and there's a lot of people that's still been supporting me since I started, and it's awesome, and I truly, truly love them from the bottom of my heart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man.
Thank you for asking me these questions, bro. Do you have any other questions that you wanted to ask me today?
No, not any more questions. I appreciate you, having me in the video. It's good seeing you. It's good catching up with you. I wish you the best. That's it.
Thank you, bro. I wish you nothing but the best too. I appreciate you coming on here, talking to me, asking me these questions. I love to talk about more entrepreneurship and see what that is all about, more about. We'll just cut that out. But let's wrap it up, bro. Thank you for coming to the podcast and talking to me. It was great seeing you.
You as well.